What's going on, guys? This is the Wisdom Matrix, and this video is about how to balance, understanding the theory of something versus the practice of it, and why it's important to kind of do this, right? So oftentimes when you're, have self-help type, stuff, most people just want to focus on the practices, which is fine, it's a start to some extent, to focus on, just practicing some of this stuff. But in order to really get a handle on, really what's the word I'm looking for? To really get a strong practice going, to get some kind of practice going. I mean, because learning the practices is one thing, right? But the theories, if you learn the theories behind the practices, one, there's going to be a lot more understanding, so you're going to know how to apply the practices more. And also, learning the theory will help you see how you are doing some of the things that, this theory is pointing out. So, a good example of this could be my videos I've made about how judgment and criticism doesn't work, and what judgment and criticism actually does, is what it's actually doing, right? If you were to just do the practices I've taught about how to overcome judgment and criticism, if you're just to do the practices, that's one thing, right? I'm not saying that there's nothing that you're going to gain from just doing the practices, but if you put the theory into the practice, if you look at the theory, if you look at the understanding, that practice is going to, the benefits of that practice is going to increase tenfold, because you're going to understand more why doing these practices is important, and how to apply these practices more effectively. Another thing that can sometimes happen is people focus on the theory more than the practices. This is also not such a good, it's also just doesn't work very well. I mean, it can be beneficial, but like I said, like if you were to learn the practices and not the theory, it can be beneficial. Same thing if you were to learn the theory, but and not really look at the practices, that can be beneficial as well. But if you were to do both and apply both, the benefits would be much stronger. So that's why I try and show a little bit of theory. Anyways, that's just a very general, basic overview of why it's important to look at the theory as well as the practice of, a lot of the videos that I do in this channel. So this is the Wisdom Matrix, and I'll see you on the next video.